Shore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards for number 11. He's locked in early. Two nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7. Here's Fields. And he's got this down to the 35. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Here's Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Foreman. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. To throw, Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd down, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's a result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
On first down, it's Fields. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now it's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Fields throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields throwing again, and the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll go Madison up the middle. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Oh, he shifts past him. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get this up to the 29. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Cousins now. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Pass complete to Addison. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Cousins. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I know from experience, partner, all they've been talking about is if we can just make one play, get our hands on the ball one time, we can change this game.
They almost did. That was a dangerous throw.
And instead, it goes against them one more time. Let's see if they can hang in there and not lose control mentally.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And, he's unable defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Completes this to Addison out left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll run this with Homer. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 2, Fields. And this is caught. He hits more. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Buying time to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Fields on first down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. That is security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Cousins, meanwhile, has this complete to Madison. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Throwing, Cousins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Here's Cousins. Working the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third down and 6. Foreman takes it, headed right. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Here we go.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
All day, dog.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Second and 16. Hand off right side for Herbert. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.